Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn Part 4. There we go. I got it out in the end. I hope you've been enjoying the series. I hope you've been, liking and commenting, because this is it. This is the fourth one I'm recording. I recorded all these in one day. It is November 21st. You're watching this a month from now. Actually, a little over a month from now, because the first one doesn't go up till this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Black Friday. Hope you found some good sales. Yeah, so I hope I get to continue this series, but it's all up to you guys. And it's not like me. That is in no way like a threat. Well, I'm not going to do it if you didn't like it. It's fine. Like I said, if I mentioned this in Discord a few minutes ago, or if you're just now watching this when it goes live a month ago, that hey, I'm going to do a 4 in one day. I'm going to record them all today, edit them all tomorrow, upload them all tomorrow, and schedule them out for the next month. And if they don't do well, oh well, I had fun playing Timberborn today. And I did. I've had a lot of fun today. I love this game. At the time I'm recording this, it's on sale. I don't know if it will be again for the winter sale. I hope so. That's coming up, because I'm pretty sure the fall sale will be long done before this is there. But you might check my Nexus game store. Timberborn might be available there, so if you want to pick it up through my link in the description down below, Nexus Games, if it's still there. Timberborn was there. If it's not, oh well. But if you pick it up through there, I earn a little bit of a kickback on it. Look, we got up to level 21, or happiness 21. I mean, I keep doing the wrong thing now. Let's just. How are you? You're a 17. Let's find somebody who's actually closer. There we go. We got a 22. 60% working speed, 30% movement speed, and 40% life expectancy. That's nuts. That is absolutely crazy. In between videos, I did a little bit more on water management. Knocked out the barrier there and there to get water to flow back to here. Put in a little dam so it holds it back at half a meter back here at all times, so just flowing on through. That'll also help keep water pressure strong over here, because again, the backup against those dams work its way all the way back and back over to the water wheel. Replaced, well, it didn't replace, I put in some levees here to stop the water flowing there, and then when the bad tide comes, we can shut that down. This is now up high enough, I don't think it'll spill over anymore, because those were only 1 meter tall, and now we have a 2 meter barrier, so I don't think we'll have spillover anymore from the bad water, which would be good. Or bad tide. The bad water and the bad tide. Yeah, sure. There we go. And the upside is that gave us a bit more green land to work with. So we're going to do several things today. I'm going to unpause the game. But there is a lot that I want to get accomplished today. And in order to do that, we need to start looking at where we want to go next, and that's over here. I would like to get ourselves set up with, oh, that's not tall enough, scrap, so that should the series continue, we can start thinking about bots and all of those fun things that you can get. So we're gonna need to clear some trees here. That's the wrong tool. So those are too tall, yay, but they're not. Okay, all right, so what I need to do is get rid of that one, put in a smaller one, and then throw some stairs on there. I decided just to dead end this one here. It's, matter of fact, that one's not even necessary, but oh well, it's there now, so it's gonna stay. So we run a path up there and then up to there, and then they can get to those trees to take those out. So let's get this little segment built real quick. It's already half the work they've done, so we'll probably go through the night before it's done. But I don't know, they've got plenty of resources and it's really close to the district, so maybe they'll surprise me. And that's the final platform going in, so they're going to come through and remove these trees. We don't get any wood when they remove them this way. I think it'd be kind of a nice thing if we take down a resource, if we got the resources. So, I mean, they're still removing it. It's the same as it being cut down. I guess maybe it's a little more permanent. I don't know. I am just going to go ahead and go in a straight line. I could deviate my grid a little bit and come over here, but I don't want to. I don't want to deviate, that is. So we're going to run to there, and then we're going to run across, and then we're going to grab the tall boys here. Yes, I am sure. I think I would like the unlock button back instead of the way that functions, because you have to actually place something in order to unlock it. I'm not a fan of that. Ooh, I should have gone that way. So we're going to do a temporary set of stairs over here, because I don't have a way to get down to start removing some of these trees otherwise. Because we do need to remove at least all of those. Probably more than that, to be honest, but we'll see. So while they're working on all of that, I want to come over here, and we're going to be adding a lot of workplaces today. We only have 14 beavers. So that means I want to extend this out to here, and then over to there, and over to there, and then throw some housing in on those. So again, every other one lining up the doors where they need to line up, because I'm a weirdo. And do that, and then cool, and then I will bring a path across. And you know, we may as well give them a way up down here in addition to the one over there. That way, you know, if they're coming from this side, they can get up easier. And we make that connection right there. Cool, so that'll get us 6 more houses, room for 18 more beavers. I think that'll be enough, but I am going to go ahead and just bring it back here as well. Donk, made a noise. And that house, and that house. By the way, Mirror Lodge description. Wait, where is one? There we go. I love that. I've showed that off in live streams before, but I love it. It's backwards from the regular one. Yeah, you can pause the video, compare. It is. They did a good job. No, it's just a little attention to detail that is throughout this game. It's just so very clear that they're having a good time making this game. And my gosh, they've done so many good things with it already, and I absolutely adore this game. Could not be happier with a video game. Just no exaggeration whatsoever. I have never had a bad time playing Timberborn. So we're adding in another storage for another food type, and I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. It's sunflowers. We're going to plant those up here because they do like their sunflower seeds. So we're going to go right here, and then we're just going to go in this general area. It's not quite the 4x or 8x8 grid, but it's okay. It'll be fine. We'll get a lot of them in because they eat the sunflower seeds really fast. So we're just gonna blanket that area with sunflower seeds. And I know I'm biting off a lot here for construction projects, but it's gonna be the same type of thing where I get it set up to build, and then we'll get it built, and then we'll jump back into looking to see what we've done. So over in this direction, as they get those cut down, I'm going to want a path that comes in here. I don't know exactly where my grid will wind up over here. I mean, I could take the time to count it out, but for now, it's not all that important. What is important is that we start getting the stuff necessary over here to gather up these the scrap. So I'm going to go with a large pile, and I really wish I could get it closer. But that'll just have to do. I don't want to chop down too many of these trees yet. And then our final area that we're going to expand, I'm just going to run the paths over here for now. This is going to be our next big project with some maple trees and some other fun stuff. Because maple syrup is used for bot fuel. I think it still is anyway. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, maple syrup and the extract both go towards making the catalyst, so we'll need it for that, but there's something else we're going to need it for, and we're going to run that right back like that. Cool. So it is currently nighttime, no bad weather of any type coming anytime soon, so we're in pretty good shape. We do have some rubble over here, but that's because it was just logs and there was nowhere to put them, so I was like, oh well, we'll abandon it. It's fine. You can see not a whole lot of water coming through here. It's only every once in a while, and that's totally fine. We are going to need to expand our power in one way or another, and I think what we're going to do, because those are still putting out 600, and we're not quite using all of that, but I don't really have an easy way to get this power connected anywhere else. Because we're just blocked in on all sides. Right? We've got trees here. I have no way to connect to the front of that building, the sides of these buildings. I can connect back here, but then again, I'd have to go like up and over that and around, and it's just be complicated. I think the easier solution here is going to be to just throw in some platforms and put a water pump there, and then decommission that one, and then come in here with one of our power shafts that turn, and we're going to unlock that one, and then that will give us a way to start getting our power redirected. We're going to need more than this, though. The cool thing about what I just did is that means I can put some power wheels in down here, power wheels down in here, and as long as I can get just one tile to connect and then lead up to a path, it'll be golden. And it'll work out really well. So we're gonna, again, let things go. We've got a lot under construction here. I believe this is gonna be the first thing they work on. No, they, there's a farmhouse that could already reach that. That's cool. I didn't realize that there was one that could already reach most of this. So that works out really well. So we're gonna start getting sunflowers even before this studio gets built. So that's awesome. Yeah, I said duder, deal with it. So we're just going to kind of like watch from here as things get built. So with most everything built, I want to check in over here. I don't think they can reach these because I don't see them coming over here to take them down. I don't think there's anything else remaining to be built. No. So, yeah, I think they're just not able to reach them because they're not coming over here to do it. So what I need to do is clear a path to clear the path, if that makes any sense. It doesn't, but in my mind it does. What I mean is we need to clear this path so that I can then clear that path. So unpause here, and now we should get some workers coming over here to start taking these down. Oh, I forgot about this construction that's going on. All right, that's fair. That's why they haven't come over here yet. Okay, that's done. So now we should see them starting to show up over here. I don't know. We'll be able to tell if they were able to reach that one, because if they start chewing that one down first, then we know that they had enough. Yeah, they weren't going to be able to reach it. So yeah, we definitely needed to do that. And then we just need to get over here a little bit. Actually, I need to get rid of that path. And you gotta like stay on top of this when they are taking this stuff down. If you don't, trees can, when it's this densely forested, a sapling can like drop from the nearby tree onto the bit that they just cleared. And then you won't be a happy person anymore because you'll have to have them come re-clear it. It's awesome. So those are the actual stairs that we want. These were just temps. Let's come over here and also clear out all these blueberries. We don't need these blueberries. We have sufficient blueberries elsewhere. Why is blueberry hard to say? I know you're not connected to a path. You will be. Don't worry. It's complaining that it's not connected to the district. And it's right. It's not. Because this path does not continue. We can go ahead and set that as scrap metal. Scrap metal is the first step of getting everything else in. I just paused for no good reason. And there we go. And you know, I think, actually, I'm going to pause again. Looking at this right here and how fast that's flowing, I think we have an opportunity for water here. So I am going to, or for power right here. So I'm going to clear out like all of this down here. I know it's a lot of good trees, but we're fine on logs, so this will be okay. So I'm going to clear that out. We're going to start collecting scrap metal. It'll go there. And we're going to need that in order to build the smelter. You actually have to have some scrap metal already to build the smelter. We have burned through a lot of planks, which is fine. Over here, I just want to wholesale clear all of this. We're going to replant a lot of trees over here, but for now, I want to get rid of these because I want to make sure we have the right tree. It's a very specific tree, the maple tree that we're going to need over here. So we're just going to do that. And so we have a connection here. So what I'm going to do is sever that and replace it with just platforms. I think that'll be the better play there. As the game autosaves, that was strange. And, you know, I'll fill that in too, because why not? Awesome. So we have a huge amount of forest to clear, plus a few more platforms to build. Hopefully, while they're spending a day or two clearing all this, we'll get some more planks made, because we are going to need some planks for this project. So let's watch them do some deforestation. So another bad tide is here. Just checking to make sure that all the fixes we put in place are holding. This is holding. We know that one's fine, and this one should be fine. This is where we were getting flooding because it was just like this type of stuff, these little things here. There was just a little barrier there. We might need to bolster this and maybe this. Because it looks like that is going to be our new weak point right there. It looks like it's going to come over any second, doesn't it? Maybe. It might hold. The bad tide is only a day long. But yeah, we might want to bring in just like right across here. Or even just back here. Since it's already up to there, we can just bring in some here, and that should be fine, and then do the same right here. Just fill that in. It should be fine. You may have noticed, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this in as a with sped up footage for them deforesting or not, but you may, if I did, you probably noticed that trees that they had cut down started regrowing, as I mentioned earlier. They will very quickly seed new trees. Like right there, it's already happened. I didn't get that path in quick enough. You gotta be quick. I don't want a path there. I'm gonna want stairs there. Yeah, you gotta be quick, or these little guys will pop right back in. But now that all the live trees are gone, well, almost, we should be okay. And I know that was a massive deforestation project, especially considering we are going to be replanting some trees over here. So I know it may seem a little nonsensical what I've just done, but there is a method to my madness. I'm just going to rely on those built-in stairs. If it breaks my grid a little bit, that's okay. So we're going to have a power source there. And that is going to need to connect up to this over here. And to this over here. So let's begin that project. I can leave this running. And this is going to require a lot of resources. Wow, a lot of resources that we don't really have, to be honest. But it has to be done. So we're going to go up this way and then turn. And come up this way and then over to here. And then I guess we will just follow this one. I mean, as many straight runs as we can get, the better. It's going to have to connect over to here, but we'll worry about that in a minute. So then we're going to come over to here and over to here for certain, and then right to there. And then we've got to do a different thing over these stairs, which is that. And then that's going to require a high power shaft. And this is going to require a high power shaft if I can get it in there. There we go. And then everywhere that we have where our path intersects, I'm going to put a 4-way. Not there necessarily, and not there either. But that way I have options for future power grid expansion. Should I need it right there, it's not necessary because it wouldn't do any good. And by that I mean it just wouldn't have any way to get up and over that because it's right next to the corner, and that would need to be a high power shaft to get over there. So for a lot of these, I'm gonna do just the T-junctions instead. Like here, we'll do a T-junction, and then I think that's everything connected. This is a nice thing about this game. So you're like, that power shaft's pointing the wrong way. Yeah, just drag it the direction you want it to go. That one, single one, I could have done the same, but it's fine. Just drag them the direction you want to go, and they change directions. It's very, very handy. I think I want a T-junction here, and then those there, and then connect that in a second, and that there. And for here, I'm going to do a T-junction, I think? Question mark? No, I want a 4-way there. Cool. So... I know you're probably thinking I've lost my mind with all of this power, and maybe you might be right. Let's not rule anything out. We also need to get it connected to over to here, and to do that is going to be a bit more challenging just because of where we are. So I'm going to do something like that, and then bring this over, and then bring it up here. And then down. But what I need to do is prioritize that, not that though, and that, and then deprioritize the platform underneath, or the thing on top, my bad. It's the platform I want, but the thing on top I don't. So I need a way to get to there, in that corner. And right now I don't have a way. I also don't have a way to get here, so we're going to have to build some temporary stairs. So we'll drop those in, and I'll prioritize those stairs so they can get the wheels done. I just realized Badwater's long since over. How are we doing on clearing it out? Mostly clear there. I could probably go ahead and lower these all the way down and lower these back to a half. We are flooding back here, so probably not a bad idea. Yeah, it never flooded there, so good. Turn that off. And then as soon as this clears up a little bit more, basically, yeah, once the red's gone is when we can open that up. Cool. I always hit escape by accident in this game. I don't know why. It's just the thing I do. It just happens. I do it in City Skylines a lot too. So that wheel is putting out 178. That one is putting out 120. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. And we can, like I said, get some wheels connected down here as well, and it won't be too terribly difficult. But they now have a very big project and no planks. I probably should have let them gather planks first. But since each one of these only take 4, and these guys can make a total of about 36 between the 3 of them per day, I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to try to find a vantage point so that we can just kind of watch all of this at once. And that's about it right there. And you're going to speed run. I'm not, but you're going to speed run all of this. And it should get done pretty quickly. I want to check what we're doing down here now. So 200 between those two. This one should pick up in time. It slowed down because the free water was able to go over there and flow more freely, but now that there's resistance, it will work its way back over to here. You can see these have already lost a little bit of power. This one will hopefully Fingers crossed starts spinning soon. These are going awful slow, which is a bit troubling. Why are we not looking at our water? That turns off a lot for some reason in this experimental update. You know, make sure I put in a bug report about that. Let's get rid of that because that's bothering me. And then we will, now that daylight's here, I got lost. There we go. Zoom into about there and watch this power network get built. And hopefully see that wheel start turning sooner rather than later. Because those are booking it. We're not flooding anywhere, are we? No. Oh, I know the problem. Yep. There's why we don't have our water pressure. Okay, cool. Now we can watch our power network get built out. And it's gonna take a while because we need a lot of planks. So I suppose while we wait for all that to get built, I can come over here and get started on what's going to go over here. I don't know that we'll get it finished today, but we can at least get started on it. These stairs are just extra bits. They're not actually required. So we're going to need, and I'm hoping that if I put these back here, they can reach all the way to the front. They can. That's excellent. So we need, I think, one farmhouse will do it. I don't think I'm going to need more than that. And for that, we're going to have wheat. Lots and lots of wheat. All in through there. And then, actually, I did not need a four-way there since the wheat's going to be there. So we can change that out. They haven't even gotten close to building that. So we'll just do a T-junction. Cool. So wheat requires several things. One, we need a place to store the wheat. But before I do that, I also want to get a bunch of trees planted here. As I've mentioned a few times, this is going to be maple that we're going to be planting. But we don't have a whole lot of fertile ground to play with, so we're going to have to come up some and use some of this area up here. But we're going to need to make sure our forester can reach everything. So if I put him like there, he can reach almost all that. If I put him there, he can reach over there. Yeah, this is the play. Oh, we can even get some to the back. That'll be helpful. Cool. That'll be very helpful. So what we're going to do is tell them to demolish all these trees as well. I know that's going way overboard for what we need, but it'll be fine. So yeah, he can reach those, and that's good. So then we need to unlock the tapper shack and get one of those in. And try to, maximize our coverage, but they don't have quite the range. So we're probably going to need a couple of them. And then we need a place to store the maple syrup that comes out. We're going to need a place to store the wheat. And I think I want to go big for wheat storage, like that. I think that'll be fine. And I want to do that again for wheat flour. So we'll put that there. But then we're going to go back to smaller storages over here. We'll pop in one right there since we've already got platforms in place. And we'll pop another one in right there. And, we are going to be making 2 different foods here. And to do that, we are going to be making bread and maple pastries. God, that always makes me hungry for a donut every time. Every freaking time. So where is this dude? Okay, he's there. So I also have to think about where we're going to put our flour mills and probably 4 bakeries. And get all that connected to power and have it nearby where we are. So I think the play here, because we've got to get this still connected to our power grid. I I call it a power grid? I don't know. Is it a power grid? I don't know. Maybe I'm... Yeah, let's just go this way. There probably is something more efficient, but this works. And we'll run that in there, and then we'll run that across, and then we just need like a T-junction there, and then... So, this is going to store the wheat that gets collected. So that's wheat. This is going to be our wheat flour, which is one of these. That one. So let's try to get the grist mills back here. If I do... No, I don't want to do that. I want them to where I can drop the power in right next to it, but not lose a lot of space here. And I probably need a couple of them. So I think this will work, question mark. At least they'll share the power this way. And that's kind of what we're going for. So you can reach all of that. Yes, you can. Cool. We may add a second one if it turns out they're not able to harvest it all in time. So that's our grist mills. And they are going to make wheat flour. And then I just want to get in a few bakeries. We're going to be kind of haphazard about this. Just kind of like wherever there's space. So like there's 3 of them. And I want a 4th one. We'll go there. Cool. And then we just need to get our power connected to this guy. So we're going to need to have it turn back here. So I'm going to make that a high priority. Because if I don't, what'll happen is they'll build all these buildings around it, and then try to build that, but they'll have already built that first, probably. And then won't be able to get back there to build it. So if we make it high priority, it should get done. It's 1 log, so it won't take very much in the way of resources. And then we just need to connect all of this up. And that is project the first. Project the second is going to be metal. Which I'm going to do... Can I get 3 in like this? No. Of course not, but 2 will be fine for now. But if I change the orientation... Yeah, this is better. Now I get 3. Cool. And then we will need storage for metal blocks. So this is a lot to get built. And as you can see, they're still way back here on all of that. We have enough gears for everything, so I'm going to turn that dude off so he doesn't consume any more of our planks. Because that is our big holdup right now, is planks. It looks like I missed a connection here. We did. There we go. That would have been embarrassing. I have no idea if this is going to be enough power. Probably not. We'll probably have to come up with some more somewhere. That's 250. That's 440. So that's 690 plus. We've got almost 700 there. Actually, we might be okay. Because we're going to be using 60 for each of our grist mills, so another 180. And then we'll be using 200 for these. Yeah, so it's another 600. I think we'll be all right once we get it all connected. If the math in my brain just worked well, we're going to be fine. So this is all going to get done at different times now because of the way I just built it out. Some of this stuff only requires logs. Not a lot of it, but some of it. Okay, none of it. None of it requires. Oh yeah, we didn't plant our maple trees. I mean, I know we're a long way from being able to actually use them, or even, well, get them truly planted, for that matter. But I may as well go ahead and do it. That way, once the forester is built, he can get started. Why is that off? That's a bigger grid. Somewhere my grid got off. Oh well, it's fine. It's right here. This one's 8 instead of, or 9 across, or 10 across, instead of the normal 8 by 8. So cool. Let's once again find a good vantage point here. And I don't know that we'll do a time lapse on all of this just because there's so much left to build, but we will definitely feature some of it. So here we go. One thing I thought of while this is going, some people may be wondering why I've spent so many resources connecting the power networks. You don't have to do that, by the way. You can see right now we have 3 different power networks. And it shows me my totals on all of them. But by connecting them, if one has a little surplus power and one is a little down on power, it spreads it out everywhere. I just like to have, whenever possible, have all of my power connected up. So that's why I'm invested in the resources. It's a matter of preference. I know not a lot of people play that way, but I play this game in a way that I have not seen anybody else play it. But I have a lot of fun, so it doesn't matter that I'm doing it differently because I'm enjoying it. And at the end of the day, that's what's important. Are you having fun playing the game? And if you are, you're doing it right. And don't ever let anybody else tell you differently. I'm not sure that that's going to get built. We might have to do something there. We'll see. Anyways, back to the sped up footage. So I wasn't paying attention, and I guess I shouldn't have been reading Discord so much. A badwater came. I thought I had another day. Like I knew it was coming. I heard the warning sound. But I thought I had an extra day. And you can just see how devastating a badwater can be. I cleared out a lot of the trees that died. But over here, they haven't finished clearing them all out yet. These did die, even though this doesn't look like it's got bad water all the way back. These did die all the way back to there. In fact, over here, you can see a whole other row that it started impacting. So yeah, bad water can be devastating if you're not keeping an eye on it. It can absolutely destroy a lot of work very, very fast. So now I get to go through and replant all of this. And you know what? While we're at it, we may as well add another duder over here just so we can plant a few more trees and probably bring in a woodcutter over here as well. And then, I don't know. I know it doesn't matter to have the roads and where buildings are marked or not marked. They know they can't cut a tree that's marked, but it bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. So those two can reach the exact same distance. So we're going to go, since we just did damage to forestry, excuse me, as I hiccup, we're going to go big on both of those. And they can both reach back there into that corner as well. But we're going to go with birch because they're fast growing, even though they only give one log each. They grow fast. And I want to make sure we don't fall behind on what we're trying to do here. So I'm going to get all these trees back in, and then we'll go back to regularly scheduled programming of watching them build things, because that's exciting. Oh, I see a couple more dead ones right here that I did not get, and I have to wait until they've removed them. So I've had the foresters come through and replant sometimes, but I've yet to figure out like what the difference is. Like if I then come in, so maybe that's the difference, is that I've told them to destroy them, and then maybe now they can come through and replant. I don't know. We'll see. This is I've never quite figured out what it is that gets them to do those various behaviors. So I'm gonna go with a few more birch up here and mark that as a cutting area as well. And then I noticed something, I don't know, maybe in the last video, that we don't have our cutting area properly defined everywhere. We've got a few trees that are being ignored. We don't want that. We want all of our trees to be cut down. Oh, okay, well that was an autosave glitch. It happens. At least it's not, you know, suddenly making us look at the sky. I think I already marked that one. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of watch from over here to see if they can now replant without them first needing to be dug up. I don't know. I know they can replant, obviously, where they have been dug up, but I just don't know about these other ones. It's a good time to experiment, but I'll figure it out and let you know. However, we are almost done over here. We're out of beavers to work here, but we do have some babies and some empty beds, so we should be okay by the time this all gets built out. If necessary, we can always plonk down a few more houses. These dudes, they're going to take a while because they're 50 planks each. That's another 150. I actually ran out of gears and had to restart the gear factory to get those gears there. I had enough for all this stuff over here, but not enough for those. But planks continue to be our big problem area. So hopefully we can, now that we have water flowing again, we can get this mess going. So let's get that opened up so that we can get fresh water into there and then close this up. Cool. So that should get us some fresh water flowing into there. We definitely have fresh water flowing into there, and now we have fresh water flowing into there as well. There we go. It's starting to push that through, which will let them finally replant that bit of wheat right there. And then we can kind of peek back over here real quick. So yeah, I can't really see that they are planting where the Badwater was. Of course, Badwater's still seeping its way through because there was a lot back here, and there's still a little bit right there. So this is gonna take a while to clear out, and now it's gonna get even worse because that has Badwater in it. We're about to lose a lot more trees. And that is full open, so there's not much I can do about this, but I hope that the flooding goes away really, really fast. There we go. Cool. That was another little setback there that cost us even a few more trees. I wonder why it killed those trees, but not those trees. Maybe the other ones were just more resilient, or maybe they were saplings and don't last as long. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. It's hard to say. Anyways, we're gonna go back over here, and well, this is done except for some power. So that's awesome. So we will soon be making bread because we have a lot of wheat chilling over here. So as soon as these dudes get power, they'll start making wheat flour, and in turn that will get turned into bread. It'll be a while for maple pastries just because the trees are only 35%, and then it takes 12 more days on top of that before we actually have maple syrup. But we will get bread here pretty soon, so let's see what happens. And these guys are now making wheat flour, and we will almost instantly get bread. It'll be pretty quick. As soon as there's just, you can see it goes up and then down and then up and then down and then up and then down. And with it all being nice and condensed right here, there we go. They are now making bread. These guys, it'll be a while. Simply because they have the wheat flour, but they don't have any maple syrup. But already bread. And that will bring up the districts score a little bit more. We were up to 20 or 21, so we're doing pretty good. We're going to have metal blocks soon, and the only other thing we'll really need for any other buildings might be treated planks and some paper, which, if there's another video in the series, that is what we will work on next. But I know I've said it the bajillion times, we're recording these all in one day and at the end of November, and I won't know how the series has done for a while to determine if we're going to continue this or not. But I hope we get to. If not, I will use this save to stream on Twitch. So those of you who were interested will still get to follow it on Twitch. And over on my second channel, I have a ton of Timberborn VODs on my second channel already. So just like 3 and 4 hour chill streams of just hanging out with the beavers. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Like I said before, I absolutely adore this game. I absolutely also want to add in a couple more places to get planks, because I don't want to ever have to sit here. How long has it been? What did that take? A little over an hour. And that was a bit excessive. And we saw what happened. I wasn't paying attention, and we lost a lot of trees. And a lot of productivity time, because I had to wait for that bad water to sort its way through before we had power again. By the way, everything is connected, so no matter what power wheel we click on, they will read roughly the same, as it fluctuates, of course. And then no matter what power shaft we click on, the power will be the same. So we should be fine with our demand, especially since, oh, well, those guys, wow, they're getting those done quick. So we're even going to get iron blocks here in just a second. So yeah, demand looking fine, though we do have 7 jobs that are empty at the moment. I'm not too terribly worried about that. We've got 8 beavers waiting in the wings. And I can go ahead and add a couple more houses here. Not a lot. Pretty sure I have this marked as low priority. Yeah, I do. The platforms leading up to it anyways. So we'll put that there. Oh, these houses go that way. Well, that's fine. We'll run these up here a different way, and I will break my habit of insisting that they all have their doors lined up. So that'll give us 2 more houses and 6 more beavers. Don't want to overbuild. But I think we're looking good, gang. So, yeah. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.